Your girl T here, back with the Tuesday tea time video. I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because you're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, why are we allergic to negative thoughts? Why are we allergic to negative thoughts? We're tea timers, so only the good thoughts get through. I wanted to discuss with you today what has been coined as the knot technique. I had a couple questions on this technique and I wanted to clarify for those of you who don't know. So the knot technique is coined by someone named Neville Goddard. A lot of you have probably heard of him, but for those of you who haven't, he was a metaphysicist, spiritual teacher from the 50s and 60s, I believe, and he coined this phrase. He is one of the most noted metaphysicists, spiritual teachers, in my opinion, around today. He was considered the GOAT of this category. There was other people like Reverend Ike and people like that who also spoke of this topic and were really powerful, but Neville seems to be referred to more than others that I find on YouTube. Neville Goddard coined this phrase because his understanding of law of attraction, law of assumption, whatever you want to call it, was that the more resistance you have towards something is the harder it will be to bring that something that you want in. For example, with money, most of us, if we want to be rich, for our understandings now, we'll say, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. But a lot of the times when you are so far away in your mind from being rich versus where you are today, that can cause a lot of anxiety or resistance towards being rich. So in reverse order, saying I am not rich will lower your resistance level and detach you from the outcome of being rich. If you just keep saying I am not rich, I am not rich, I am not rich, there's no resistance there because you're just stating a fact. As of today, you are not rich. And what that does is it takes your desire off of the pedestal and makes it at a level where you can be on par with that desire and you're not attached to the outcome, because I am not rich is just stating a fact that you are not rich and you might not feel rich right now, so there is no resistance towards it. This pairs in with Neville's teaching that feeling is the secret, because if we hold something at such a high level and we have so much resistance towards it and we feel so far away from our desire, that is what our subconscious will read, is our feeling state of aligning to not having it. And when you are so attached to not having something, more of that not having something will come in. But when you cut that desire or that resistance off and say, I don't have that thing, I'm okay with not having it, I am okay whatever way my life goes, with or without that thing, and you become neutral towards it, that is allowing it. That's the art of allowing the desire to come in. It's the same thing if I say to you, do not picture a wheelchair. I'm sitting in front of a wheelchair sign, that's why I'm using this example. Do not picture a wheelchair in your mind right now. Of course you all are going to picture a wheelchair in your mind, and the more I say do not picture a wheelchair and you try to not picture a wheelchair, you will picture a wheelchair because your brain is coded to just bring up a picture. So it's the same idea with I am not. When you say I am not rich, you start imagining money or something you equate with being rich. And the idea is that you, even though you're saying I am not rich, you're still focusing on the fact that you are rich, just adding a not in there. And Neville said that your subconscious doesn't accept the word not or hear the word not. It just sees I am rich. So you're basically dropping the resistance level and allowing the desire to come in. This technique is not new news. We do it all the time. I did it with my second son. People would ask me all the time, oh, are you going to have a second baby? I'm like, maybe or maybe not. I'm unsure. Maybe or maybe not. I might have one. I might not have one. And one day I got pregnant. It does work, people, because when you're indifferent to the outcome of something specific, you don't have any resistance there because you're indifferent to whether or not you have it. So this is telling your subconscious mind that you're already in possession of whatever you're affirming for because you're so indifferent towards it. When we put something so high above us we can't reach it and we put it on a pedestal, our frequency, our energy tells our subconscious that we are so lacking of what we're wanting that we do not have it. And when our subconscious sees that we're focused all our attention on the lack of what we're affirming for, it will bring us more lack. For those of you who say, oh, we're only supposed to focus on positive things and the having of them, correct. But if you are so pent up and resistant towards something, when you're so pent up and resistant towards something, it drives the desire away. Manifestation is an art form. It's kind of an art form in the sense of managing your energy, being in the now, like how Eckhart Tolle will say, stay in the now, and focusing on the fact that you're healthy, whole, and complete with or without whatever you desire in your 3D reality. Because when you are constantly feeling healthy, whole, and complete within yourself, you make a clear path for your desires to flow into you. And this isn't taking anything away from affirming in the positive as we associate it with, saying, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. That will have to pop eventually too. This is just a way to bypass your subconscious by saying, I am not, sending some confusion in there. I am not whatever it is you're manifesting, to create a feeling of already having it and reducing the resistance towards something that you may have been struggling with for a long time. And the cherry on the cake is when you say, I am not whatever it is you're manifesting all day, picture the outcome you actually want as you're going to sleep. When you're in state akin to sleep, like the back to the rich example, I am not rich, I am not rich. And as you go to sleep, you could picture having a set amount of money, or your friends congratulating you on being rich, or celebrating, hearing somebody say, congratulations, you're so rich. And your subconscious will find a way to bring money or wealth or whatever you equate with rich into you. This technique does work. I'm not saying abandon whatever technique may be working for you right now and jump into the not technique. I'm simply explaining what it is because I was asked to explain this by a few people. And it's just another tool in your tool belt to use if you want to lower your state of resistance on a certain manifestation that you're working on. Using the not technique is an alternative to using the traditional methods because it, like I said before, reduces the amount of resistance you have to something, and it allows the manifestation to flow into you. If y'all have questions, you know what to do. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.